So you're a landlord and you've probably thought about renovating your property to maybe boost its value, right? And the go-to choices are almost always a new kitchen or a new bathroom. But what if the data tells us that's actually the wrong move? In this explainer, we're going to uncover the renovation secret that separates a really costly mistake from a super profitable investment. It's a totally natural step for any landlord. Of course, you want to get higher rent and build a more valuable asset. But just hold on a second before you call the contractor, because there's one really shocking number that might make you rethink everything.
And here it is, 51%. That is the number of landlords who actually regret renovating their rental properties. We're talking more than half. So how can a decision that's meant to add value leave so many investors feeling unhappy? Well, let's find out.
Okay, so first things first. Despite this incredibly high level of regret, landlords are renovating more than ever. We are literally in the middle of a huge renovation boom in the private rental sector. The numbers are kind of staggering. According to a recent report, a whopping 88%, that's nearly 9 out of every 10 landlords, have carried out renovations in just the last 5 years. It's a massive trend. So what exactly is everyone spending their money on? All right, let's break it down. You can see the most popular projects are, well, they're exactly what you'd expect. Bathroom renovations are right at the top with 20%, and new kitchens are right behind them at 19%. It just feels intuitive, doesn't it? These are the high-traffic areas tenants see and use every single day. And interestingly, green improvements like better insulation are also super popular, right there at 18%. But this is where our story takes a really sharp turn. Because all this activity, all this spending on shiny new kitchens and fancy bathrooms is leading to a surprising and honestly a huge amount of remorse. Yeah, the autumn 2025 report is crystal clear. Just over half of all landlords regretted their renovation projects. This isn't some small minority we're talking about. It's basically a coin flip on whether you'll be happy with the outcome. And what's really fascinating is that this seems to be a problem that's pretty much unique to landlords. Just look at this contrast. It's incredible. While 51% of landlords have regrets, that number absolutely plummets to just 4% for homeowners who are renovating their own place. So the takeaway here is really clear. Renovation itself isn't the problem. The problem is how it's being approached in the buy-to-let market.
Okay, so let's dig into this. What are the specific pain points that are causing all this widespread landlord remorse? Well, the data gives us 3 really clear reasons. The number one reason for regret, lost rental income while the work was being done. That was cited by 35% of landlords. Just behind that, at 32%, was a disappointing result, which usually means they just couldn't charge the higher rent they were banking on. And finally, 30% simply felt the project cost way too much. It's like this triple threat of lost income, high costs, and expectations that just weren't met. So, if spending all that money on kitchens and bathrooms is leading to so much regret, where should landlords be putting their money and their efforts? This is where we turn from the problem to the solution, using hard data to find where the real value is hiding. Okay, here's the crucial insight. The data reveals this huge disconnect between what's popular and what's actually profitable. The biggest return on your investment isn't in those cosmetic upgrades. It's in adding usable, functional space to the property. This table pretty much tells the whole story. It shows the average increase in property value for these different projects. You'll notice right away that adding rooms gives you this measurable, real financial boost that cosmetic changes often just can't compete with. Let's look at the specific numbers. So let's start with an extra bathroom. Just this one move can increase your property's capital value by a really solid 8%. That's a significant jump for a project that's relatively self-contained. Now, let's take it a step further. If you can actually add an extra bedroom, say turning a 2-bed into a 3-bed, now you're looking at a 13% increase in value. That is a serious appreciation in your asset. But the real game changer, the big one, is the full loft conversion. By adding both a large double bedroom and another bathroom up there, you can add as much as 24% to the value of your property. Wow. That one project can totally change the financial profile of your investment. Of course, as a buy-to-let investor, it's not just about the final sale price. What really matters month to month is that rental income. So does adding space also boost your rent? The answer is a huge, resounding yes. So the key thing to look at here is something called rental uplift.
It's just a simple way of saying the percentage increase in rent you can charge after you finish the work. Let's see how adding space does on this front. And check this out. The pattern is remarkably consistent with a capital value. Adding an extra bathroom can boost your monthly rent by 6%. An extra bedroom gets you a 12% uplift. And that powerful loft conversion, a massive 26% increase in your potential rental income.
Percentages are great, but what does this actually mean for your bank account every month? Well, based on typical rents, an extra bathroom could add around £60 per month. An extra bedroom? That brings it about £125 more each month. And a loft conversion could add a huge £285 to your monthly cash flow. That's real money you see right away.
So if you want to avoid being one of the 51% landlords with renovation regret, the data suggests a pretty clear three-step strategy. Number 1, focus on adding functional space instead of just cosmetic upgrades. Number 2, always calculate the cost of lost rent during that empty period and build it into your budget. And number 3, prioritize the projects that have a proven return on investment in both the property's sale value and its monthly rental income.
And all of this leaves us with one final question for you to think about. As you plan your next move, is your renovation just going to be another expense with a really uncertain outcome? Or is it going to be a strategic, data-backed investment that's designed to deliver real returns? The choice, as they say, is yours.